Why do we keep going back to the past? Why do we analyze what's already happened, replay situations that are long over, and allow what's behind us to still have power over us? These are questions many of us ask ourselves at different stages of life. In this video, we'll talk about why that happens, how it affects our daily experience, and, most importantly, how to stop living in the past and start truly being present in the here and now. Let's begin by understanding the mechanism behind it. Our mind, as powerful and capable as it is, doesn't always work in our favor. In fact, it can become our biggest obstacle. It often returns to memories, especially the difficult, painful, unresolved ones, like a scratched record stuck on a painful lyric. That's normal. Memories are a part of us. They shape us, build our identity, and influence our perspective. But problems arise when those memories stop being guides or lessons and start becoming chains that hold us back. Instead of helping us grow, they trap us in guilt, regret, or nostalgia. Think about a moment, maybe from years ago, that still stings. A conversation that went wrong, something you regret saying, or something you wish you'd said. Or maybe someone deeply hurt you and never apologized. Even though time has passed, the emotion tied to that memory hasn't disappeared. It lingers. Your body can still respond as if that moment is happening all over again. Your chest tightens, your stomach knots up, and maybe you even feel tears coming. That's because some emotions don't just fade with time. They wait. Wait for you to notice them, to sit with them, to feel them completely, and let them move through you. And it's not just the painful memories we revisit. Sometimes we get stuck in moments that seemed beautiful, a past relationship, an old friendship, a time in our life that felt lighter, happier, safer. We hold on to them tightly, reliving what we've lost. We scroll through old photos, reread messages, listen to the songs that remind us of what was. And although it might feel sweet for a moment, it often leaves us with a sense of emptiness or sadness. The present starts to feel dull in comparison to that idealized version of the past. But here's the truth. Memory filters everything. We don't remember how things really were. We remember how they made us feel, or how we want to remember them. Sometimes we hold on to the past not because it was better, but because it feels safer than the unknown future. So why do we do this? Why do we willingly carry the weight of what's over? One reason is familiarity. Even painful memories can feel more comfortable than uncertainty. When we think about the past, we know how it ends. There's no surprise, no risk. The future, however, is unpredictable, and the human brain is wired for survival. It looks for patterns, safety, and control. Replaying the past is the brain's way of trying to maintain a sense of control. It says, let's go back to what we know, even if it hurts. The mind often prefers familiar suffering over unfamiliar hope. And there's also something else, unresolved emotion. So often, the reason we can't move on isn't because the memory is too strong, but because the emotion tied to it hasn't been fully felt. We suppress grief, ignore anger, shame ourselves for feeling sadness. But emotions don't disappear just because we push them away. They stay in our bodies, quietly influencing our mood, our choices, our relationships. They might show up as tension, anxiety, or emotional numbness. They might cause us to overthink, shut down, or lash out. But when we pause, really pause, and allow ourselves to feel what's been buried, we begin to loosen the grip of the past. So, if what I'm saying so far resonates with you, take a moment. Breathe. Really breathe. And if this topic touches something in you, now is the perfect time to hit like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. What's something from your past you've been carrying? What's something you wish you could let go of? Your comment might help someone else feel seen. And together, we can create a space of honesty, healing, and shared growth. Now, back to the real question. How do we actually stop living in the past? The answer isn't a quick fix. It's a journey. But the first step is awareness. Start by noticing. The next time your mind drifts into the past, don't criticize yourself. Don't say, Ugh, I'm doing it again, or why can't I just move on? Instead, try a softer approach. Acknowledge it. I see myself thinking about that again. What's really going on here? Ask yourself, what emotion is trying to speak through this memory? What part of me hasn't been heard? It might be sadness you never gave space to, or anger you were taught to suppress, or even guilt over something you couldn't control. Whatever it is, it deserves to be felt. You don't have to fix it all in one day. You don't even have to understand it fully. Just feel it. Let it move through you like a wave. Write it out. Speak it out. Sit with it. Cry if that's what comes. Scream if you need to. Emotions aren't problems to be solved. They're messengers. Once they're acknowledged, they begin to loosen their grip. It also helps to look at your internal beliefs. Ask yourself, deep down, do I believe I deserve to be free from this? Do I believe I'm allowed to be happy now, even if the past wasn't perfect? Sometimes we stay stuck because we think we don't deserve better, or because we think moving on means forgetting, and we feel guilty about that. But letting go doesn't mean erasing your story. It means deciding that your story will no longer control your present. And don't forget the wisdom of your body. Our minds are powerful, but the body often holds the truth. We carry trauma, stress, and emotion in our muscles, our posture, our breath. Practices like yoga, movement, breath work, or simply walking mindfully can help us reconnect to the now. When you feel lost in thought, come back to your body. Place your feet firmly on the ground. Notice your breath. Wiggle your fingers. These small actions signal to your nervous system, I am here. I am safe. This moment is real. Another powerful tool is mindfulness, the ongoing practice of returning to the present. Because the truth is, life doesn't happen in memory or imagination. It happens here, in the sound of your breath, in the way sunlight hits your skin, in the taste of your coffee, the feel of your clothes, the texture of this very moment. You don't need to escape into the past or obsess over the future. Right now is the only place where peace is possible. Mindfulness is not about perfection. It's about beginning again and again and again, gently, patiently, with love. And please remember, you don't have to do this alone. Healing isn't something you earn. You deserve it simply because you exist. Talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, a coach. Open up, not just to get advice, but to feel seen, to be reminded that you're not alone in this. Connection is a bridge back to the present. It grounds us, softens us, and shows us that life is still unfolding, even if parts of us are still hurting. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but it's not that easy. And you're right, it's not. That's why real change begins not with big declarations, but with tiny shifts. Noticing one thought, taking one breath, choosing one action that supports your healing. It's not about forgetting your past. It's about choosing to live in a way that honors your present more than your pain. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you for one thing. If this video helped you, even in a small way, please share it with someone who might need it. A friend who's stuck, a loved one who's hurting, someone who needs to hear, you're not broken. You're just healing. You never know what one message, one video, one reminder can do for someone on the edge of giving up. Maybe this video is that reminder. Maybe you are. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, for yourself, for your growth, for your healing. Wherever you are in this journey, please know, this moment is yours. The past has already been lived. The future isn't here yet. But this breath, this feeling, this heartbeat is real. And it's yours to claim. You are here. You are now. And that is enough. See you in the next video.